Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Sarabjeet Kaur with the Midday News. The headlines. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned Sine Die. The House recorded 129% productivity during this session. Capacity building and coordination among agencies is the need of the hour for the successful implementation of disaster response, says Home Minister Amit Shah. Today is World Health Day. Ayush Ministry celebrates Yog Mahotsav at the Red Fort in New Delhi. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement help us to double the bilateral trade in the next 5 to 6 years. India supplies fuel to Sri Lanka under Indian credit line to help ease the crisis in the island nation. And in sports, PV Sindhu storms into quarterfinals of Korea Open Badminton Championships 2022. And in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants to take on Delhi Capitals in Mumbai this evening. Both the Houses of Parliament have been adjourned sine die, a day ahead of the scheduled time. The second part of the budget session was scheduled to end tomorrow. In the Lok Sabha, Speaker Om Birla informed the House that the session had a total of 27 sittings for a total of 177 hours and 50 minutes. Making the concluding remarks, the Speaker highlighted the House recorded 129% productivity during the session.
सत्र के दौरान 12 सरकारी विधेयक पुनर्स्थापित किए गए तथा 13 विधेयक पारित हुए। पारित किए गए कुछ महत्वपूर्ण विधेयक निम्नलिखित है। वित्त विधेयक 2022, दिल्ली नगर निगम संशोधन विधेयक 2022, दंड प्रक्रिया शिनाख्त विधेयक 2022 और सामूहिक संहार के आयुध और उनकी परिधान प्रणाली विधि विरुद्ध क्रियाकलापों का प्रतिशेष संशोधन विधेयक 2022। 8वें सत्र में सभा की कुल कार्य उत्पादकता 129%, 129% रही।
Earlier in Rajya Sabha, as soon as the House met for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said the House would be adjourned sine die and he was about to make the concluding remarks. In between, Shiva Sena members tried to raise the issue of alleged INS Vikrant fund bungling and came into the well. Members from the Congress, Left, TMC and others also came in support and raised slogans demanding probe into the matter. The chairman repeatedly asked the protesting members to go back to their seats, but they did not pay any heed. Mr. Naidu described the agitating members' act as against the norms, dignity and decorum of the House. Later, he adjourned the House in die without making the concluding remarks.
Honorable members, as we are adjourning sine die today, the answers to questions of starred, unstarred and short notice questions listed for today are treated as laid on the table of the House. And for that reason, I am not allowing any other issues also to be raised. So 0 hour free direct praise you can raise tomorrow, day of tomorrow, anywhere you like, but not here. This is not the way, please. Don't unnecessarily register negative thoughts in my mind. This is not the way. Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record.
The government today said that the unemployment rate among the youth has been on a declining trend in the country till 2020. As per the annual periodic labour force survey report, estimated unemployment rate on usual status for age 15 to 29 years was 17.8% in 2017-18, 17.3% in 2018-19 and 15% in 2019-20. In a written reply in Rajya Sabha, Labour and Employment Minister Bhupender Yadav said, employment generation coupled with improving employability is the priority of the government. The minister said, Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana was launched on 1st of October 2020 as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Package 3.0 to incentivize employers for creation of new employment along with social security benefits.
The government today said the country's nuclear power plants are at par with the international standards in terms of safety and performance. This information was given by Minister of State in Prime Minister's Office, Dr. Jitendra Singh, in a written reply in the Rajya Sabha today. He said constant review of safety, renovation and modernization and implementation of required improvements and upgrades based on evolving global standards, events and experience feedback to keep the reactors at the state of the art in terms of safety is an ongoing process. TMC members of Parliament today protested in front of Mahatma Gandhi statue in the Parliament complex over price rise issue. Talking to media, party leader Sudeep Bandyopadhyay said that the opposition members were demanding discussion on price rise. The prices of petrol, diesel and LPG are skyrocketing, but the government failed to discuss the issue.
Home Minister Amit Shah has said that capacity building and coordination among agencies is the need of the hour for successful implementation of disaster response at the grassroots level. Addressing the annual conference on capacity building for disaster response 2022 at the Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi, Mr. Shah said that work of disaster response cannot be completed only with the help of technology.
सिर्फ साधनों से या रिसर्च पेपर से आपदा मोचन का काम हो जाएगा ऐसी किसी की अगर मान्यता है तो वो ठीक नहीं है। ये काम को नीचे तक जिन्होंने पहुंचाना है उनकी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, क्योंकि बहुत सारी एजेंसियों ने मिलकर साथ में काम करना है, एक दूसरे की भूमिका के लिए स्पष्टता और एक दूसरे की भूमिका को अगर कहीं गैप आता है तो वो गैप को भरने की स्वयंस्फूर्त सिद्धता हासिल करे बगैर आपदा मोचन का काम नीचे तक ढंग से नहीं हो सकता है। और इस प्रकार की एक्सरसाइज से ही राज्यों के साथ, जिलों के साथ और नीचे गांव तक एक आपसी समन्वय का निर्माण होता है।
Said with the help of technology, the dissemination of information related to disaster are reaching well in advance to the people. He informed that so far 21,000 personnel of State Disaster Response Force have been trained. Mr. Shah informed that all the 12 battalions of NDRF are always ready to work with the SDRF. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said that India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement will help us to double the bilateral trade in the next 5 to 6 years. Speaking at an event organized by Business Council of Australia, Mr. Goyal said both the countries must aspire for a $100 billion bilateral trade target by 2030. He stressed on the need for greater engagement in science and technology, research and education.
As India transforms to becoming the third largest economy of the world, as we take prosperity to 1.35 billion Indians, giving them a better quality of life, meeting the hopes and aspirations of all those young boys and girls in the villages, desirous of enjoying the fruits of development, I think our Australia-India trade also should be aspiring for at least $100 billion achievement. And that's what I've come here to invite you all to participate in.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today released the third positive indigenization list in New Delhi to develop India as a defence manufacturing hub. The third list consists of over 100 items, including complex equipment and systems, which are being developed and are likely to translate into firm orders over the next 5 years. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Singh said the notification of the third list is a major initiative to achieve self-reliance in defence manufacturing.
Today is World Health Day. The day is celebrated annually and each year it draws attention to a specific health topic of concern to people all over the world. The date of 7th April marks the anniversary of the founding of World Health Organization in 1948. This year, the theme for World Health Day is Our Planet, Our Health. WHO will focus global attention on urgent actions needed to keep humans and the planet healthy and foster a movement to create societies focused on well-being. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has extended his greetings on the occasion of World Health Day. In a tweet, Mr. Modi wished everyone be blessed with good health and wellness. He said today is also a day to express gratitude to all those associated with the health sector, as it is their hard work that has kept our planet protected. The Prime Minister said that the Government of India is working tirelessly to augment India's health infrastructure, and the focus is on ensuring good quality and affordable health care to country's citizens. He added that it makes every Indian proud that our nation is home to the world's largest healthcare scheme, Ayushman Bharat.
On the occasion of World Health Day, the Ministry of Ayush today organized Yoga Utsav at the Red Fort in New Delhi, marking 75 days countdown to International Day of Yoga. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Union Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, other Union Ministers, Members of Parliament, ambassadors of various countries, prominent sports celebrities and yoga gurus took part in the event. They also participated in the Common Yoga Protocol demonstration. Speaking on the occasion, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla said, Yoga is accepted all over the world as this traditional system is very important for our lifestyle. Mr. Birla said during the pandemic, yoga has also proved its importance in the fight against COVID-19 and in saving lives. He stressed on the need to promote and practice this traditional system.
कोरोना के समय हमने देखा है कि किस तरीके से विश्वव्यापी कोरोना के अंदर भारत ने इस योग से लोगों को बचाने का काम किया, हमारी प्राकृतिक चिकित्सा पद्धति से लोगों को बचाने का काम किया। अब हम सबकी जिम्मेदारी है इस आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव पर कि हम इस संकल्प के साथ जाएं कि देश और दुनिया के अंदर हमारी योग संस्कृति और पद्धति को और जीवन शैली को अपनाने का एक संदेश लेकर जाएं, ताकि भारत और दुनिया का हर व्यक्ति स्वस्थ रहे, तन स्वस्थ रहे, मन स्वस्थ रहे, उसकी निरोगी काया रहे, के लिए हमें संकल्प के साथ जाना है।
Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal said that yoga is a practice that brings about harmony between the body and the mind. He said it gives the people physical power and provides mental balance and emotional stability to successfully meet the challenges of modern life.
The greatest gift India has given to the world is the yoga and meditation and spirituality and ahimsa, which the world needs desperately in today's world. As you know, all the world is going through unprecedented crisis, violence, aggressions and war. Yoga, meditation, message of the ancient gurus, rishi munis of our country is the solution for the crisis, the violence taking place in today's world.
The Union Health Ministry has said that India has registered a significant decline in the maternal and infant mortality rate, and it will achieve the target of Sustainable Development Goals before the deadline of 2030. On the occasion of World Health Day, talking exclusively to AIR News, Additional Secretary and Mission Director of National Health Mission in the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Vikas Sheel said, the government is working to eradicate communicable diseases in a systematic manner.
मलेरिया की अगर बात करें तो भारत एक विश्व का एकमात्र ऐसा देश है जिसने पिछले 4 साल में 85% से अधिक मलेरिया में कमी करके दिखाई है। कोविड पैंडेमिक के दौरान भी इन प्रयासों में कहीं किसी प्रकार की कोई कमी नहीं आई है और केसेस में लगभग 85% की कमी है। मोर्टेलिटी या मृत्यु में करीब वहां भी 85% की कमी है और मलेरिया के लिए भी अब हम तेजी से SDG गोल्स की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं।
Talking about the expansion of telemedicine facility, E-Sanjeevani, Mr. Sheel said efforts are being made to provide this facility in the health and wellness centers.
कोविड महामारी के दौरान टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग करके बहुत सारी सुविधाएं लोगों तक पहुंचाई जा सकती हैं। डॉक्टरी सलाह लोगों तक पहुंचाने के लिए घर बैठे लोग सलाह प्राप्त कर सके, उसके लिए ई-संजीवनी प्लेटफॉर्म को लॉन्च किया गया और सभी जो हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर्स हैं वहां पर ई-संजीवनी की व्यवस्था की जा रही है। जिनके पास इंटरनेट कनेक्शन है, स्मार्टफोन वगैरह है, वो खुद सीधे डॉक्टरी सलाह प्राप्त कर सकें और जिनके पास ये सुविधाएं नहीं है उनके लिए हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर्स के माध्यम से ये सुविधाएं प्रदान की जा सके। इसके लिए इमरजेंसी कोविड रिस्पांस पैकेज में और राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य मिशन के अंतर्गत राज्यों को पर्याप्त धनराशि उपलब्ध कराई गई है और इस दिशा में ये व्यवस्था की जा रही है कि प्रत्येक जिले में एक टेली कंसल्टेशन या टेलीमेडिसिन हब बने और जितने भी हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर्स हैं वो सभी के सभी टेली कंसल्टेशन सुविधाएं प्रदान करें।
More than 185 crore 20 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said more than 15 lakh 37,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. During the same period, a total of 1,033 new cases were reported in the country. The recovery rate is currently at 98.76%. Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has said that over 85% of the adult population is fully vaccinated. In a tweet, Mr. Mandavia said, India's fight against the pandemic is getting stronger by the day. He said more than 185 crore doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Mr. Mandavia said over 2 crore youngsters between the age group of 12 to 14 years have received their first dose of COVID vaccine.
Road Transport and Highways Ministry has issued a notification regarding mandatory fitness of motor vehicles through automated testing stations. The ministry said the mandatory fitness will be applicable for heavy goods vehicles, heavy passenger motor vehicles from 1st of April next year onwards, while for medium goods vehicles and medium passenger motor vehicles and light motor vehicles, it will be applicable from the 1st of June 2024 onwards.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned sine die. The House recorded 129% productivity during this session. Capacity building and coordination among agencies is the need of the hour for the successful implementation of disaster response, says Home Minister Amit Shah. Today is World Health Day. Ayush Ministry celebrates Yoga Mahotsav at Red Fort in New Delhi. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement help us to double the bilateral trade in the next 5 to 6 years. India supplies fuel to Sri Lanka under Indian credit line to help ease crisis in the island country. In sports, PV Sindhu storms into quarterfinals of Korea Open Badminton Championships 2022, and in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants to take on Delhi Capitals in Mumbai this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back to the Midday News. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana ABPMJAY Sehat scheme has emerged as a ray of hope for many poor families who couldn't afford health treatment at prestigious and well-known medical institutes of the country. More from our Srinagar correspondent.
The Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana Sehat scheme provides health insurance cover of Rs 5 lakhs per family per year to all the residents of MPAN hospitals. The scheme covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days post-hospitalization expenses, including diagnostics and medicines. In addition, the State Health Agency SHA started an initiative Gaon Gaon Ayushman to reach out to even last-mile villages which remain cut from the rest of the world due to adverse weather conditions, so as to percolate the benefits of the scheme down to every beneficiary. To ensure hassle-free registration of all the eligible beneficiaries under the scheme, the SHA has set up a network of more than 8,000 common service centers. The virtual learning environment centers are also being stationed in villages for ensuring 100% registration and awareness activities at the grassroots level in association with PRI representatives and ASHA workers. This is Sunil Kohl, AIR News from Srinagar.
The high-level delegation of the World Bank is visiting Gujarat to review the transformation of education in the state. The delegation, under the leadership of World Bank's Global Education Director, Jaime Saavedra, analyzed the transformation of school education in view of a 10,000 crore rupees Mission School of Excellence program and data-based initiatives at Command and Control Center. The Mission School of Excellence has been undertaken at a cost of around 10,000 crore rupees for the next 5 years.
Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat will chair a regional conference to review the progress achieved under the Jal Jeevan Mission and Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen at Jaipur tomorrow. 8 states and 3 union territories will participate in the conference. These states and UTs are Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Daman and Diu, and Dadar and Nagar Haveli. Our correspondent reports that 3 states, Goa, Telangana and Haryana, and 3 union territories, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Daman and Diu, and Dadar and Nagar Haveli, and Puducherry have provided 100% tap water coverage. In the last 2.5 years, 6 crore 15 lakh rural households have been given tap water connection under the Jal Jeevan mission. India has supplied fuel to Sri Lanka under the Indian Credit Line to help ease crisis in the island country. The High Commission of India in Colombo in a tweet said that one consignment each of 36,000 metric ton of petrol and 40,000 metric ton of diesel reached the country last evening. The consignment is a part of the $500 million oil line of credit extended by India to Sri Lanka.
The Pakistani rupee has fallen to an all-time low of 188 rupees today against the US dollar in the interbank market amid the political and constitutional crisis. Meanwhile, Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz PMLN leader Shehbaz Sharif accused Prime Minister Imran Khan of running away after leaving a legacy of broken economy. The portals of Yamunotri Dham will be opened for devotees at 12:15 p.m. on the 3rd of next month. The pilgrimage priests announced the date of opening of the portals on the holy festival of Chaitra Navratri today. Meanwhile, the temple committee and the district administration have intensified the preparations for the yatra.
And now let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of this struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember Assamese freedom fighter Joya Thowsen, who was martyred on the 7th of April, 1944. She formed the revolutionary Dimasa army to fight against British imperialism.
Thowsen was born in 1925 in North Kachar Hill, Assam. She belonged to the Dimasa tribe and openly criticized the British government's war fund collection from the Dimasa inhabited area during World War II. At the mere age of 19 years, she established the Revolutionary Dimasa Army, a party of armed activists, in 1944.
Thowsen was inspired by the Rani Jhansi Regiment of the Indian National Army. When the INA column was about to reach Kohima, she moved with her 54 associates towards Kohima, hoping to join it in the struggle against the Allied forces. Unfortunately, this Dimasa armed force was intercepted and ambushed near Kohima by the British-led Allied force on the 7th of April, 1944. All the 54 members of the party, including Joya, were killed on the spot before their dream of joining the INA came true. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember Indian innovator Shankar Abaji Bhise, who died on the 7th of April 1935.
Born on the 29th of April 1867 in Mumbai, Bhise had an aptitude for science since his childhood. At the age of 14, he constructed a small apparatus at his home which made coal gas. He began a scientific club in Bombay and started publishing a science magazine in Marathi called Vivid Kala Prakash, through which he conveyed the importance of science to the common people. In 1893, he accepted an offer to go to England to show his inventions with support from Sayaji Rao Gaikwad of Baroda. He also drew the interests of Dadabhai Naroji and G.K. Gokhale.
Bhise's Bhise's most influential invention was a typesetting machine called the Spasotype and later the Bhisotype, which could insert blocks at 1500 to 2000 characters per hour for use in printing. The Hindu Missionary Society and several other Indian nationalist groups promoted Bhise and his talents. He was invited to several meetings where he was honoured, including the Indian National Trade Congress at Madras on the 26th of December 1908. He established an Indian society in London along with his wife Sushila Bai and others like Govind Kukre and Govind Ray.
Until his death, Bhise kept alive the anti-colonial spirit. In London, he joined Dadabhai Naoroji in demonstrations and meetings. In New York, he championed Gandhiji's ideas and hosted visiting Indian nationalists. From India to Britain and America, Bhise merged progressive politics with science. We salute the great Indian.
We also remember martyrs Sheikh Roshan and Badr Singh, who were sent to Andaman's cellular jail Kalapani on the 7th of March 1859 for participating in the First War of Indian Independence in 1857. They joined hands with the independence activists and fought against the British. They also offered financial help to other people and inspired them to destroy British properties and overthrow their rule. They were caught by the company troops and accused of rebellion against the British. They were sentenced to imprisonment for life. Sheikh Roshan and Badr Singh died in Andaman Islands in imprisonment. We salute the great sons of soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
In some more news, in Bihar Legislative Council election, results of 14 seats have been declared so far. The NDA won 10 out of 24 seats, BJP won 6, JDU 3 and LJP Paras won 1 seat. RJD won 2 seats while 2 independent candidates won from Chhabra and Nawada seats. Counting of 10 seats is underway. NDA is leading in 4 seats while RJD in 3 and Congress in 1 seat.
In sports news, India's PV Sindhu stormed into the quarter-finals of the Korea Open Badminton Championships 2022 today. She defeated Japan's Aya Ori in straight sets 21-15, 21-10. Meanwhile, World Championship bronze medalist Lakshya Sen's run at the tournament ended with a straight game loss to Indonesia's Seychur Hiren Rustavito in the second round of men's singles today. In the mixed doubles, Sumit Reddy and Ashwini Punappa went down to the 5th seed Chinese combine of Oh Zuan Yi and Wang Ya Qing. In IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants will take on Delhi Capitals in Mumbai this evening. Last night, Kolkata Knight Riders defeated Mumbai Indians by 5 wickets in Pune. The Sensex and the Nifty today fell more than 0.5% in the afternoon trade. Both stock indices declined amid weak cues from global share markets. The BSE Sensex was trading below 59,200 points, while the NSE Nifty was trading below 17,700 level.
And now let's take a look at the weather update for the day. The national capital Delhi is expected to have heat wave. Minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 40 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is expected to have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards the afternoon or evening. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius, while maximum is expected to be around 34 degrees Celsius. Chennai is likely to have a partly cloudy sky today. Minimum temperature was 27, while maximum is expected to be around 35 degrees Celsius. Kolkata is likely to have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 26, while maximum will be around 33 degrees Celsius. Srinagar is expected to have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 28 and 23 degrees Celsius. Jammu is expected to have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 20, while maximum will be around 37. And Leh is likely to have a mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 3 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 17 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Both the Houses of Parliament adjourned in a day. The House recorded 129% productivity during the session. Capacity building and coordination among agencies is the need of the hour for successful implementation of disaster response, says Home Minister Amit Shah. Today is World Health Day. Ayush Ministry celebrates Yog Mahotsav at the Red Fort in New Delhi. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal says India-Australia Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement help us to double the bilateral trade in the next 5 to 6 years. India supplies fuel to Sri Lanka under Indian credit line to help ease crisis in the island country. In sports, PV Sindhu storms into quarterfinals of Korea Open Badminton Championships 2022. And in IPL cricket, Lucknow Super Giants to take on Delhi Capitals in Mumbai this evening. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the Midday News.